This is for the men who've been left behind. Don't accept your fate. Read that again. Do not accept your fate. There is no destiny. There are only moments and the decisions you can make in each of them. Each choice is an investment. The more investments you make, the lower the probability you have of making money. Therefore, hone your choices to the fewest probable outcomes and focus on making the choice that secures the outcome you intend. Chapter 1. Everything is your fault. Everything in my life, every shortcoming, every failure, every success was all my fault. The outcomes rested on my ability to make good decisions or my inability to make good decisions. When I realized this, it was like an end-of-life experience. Nostalgic even. It's like seeing my life flash before my eyes and playing back every event, only to see that the outcomes of every situation were within my control regarding my ability to adjust to unforeseen events. You chose and will choose everything, even inadvertently, that led to or will lead to the situations you find yourself in. If you are in victim consciousness, you will feel like something happened to you. If you are realistic, you will recognize that unpredictable things are always occurring, and you must navigate through them, regardless of how much they destabilize your situation. The key is to become so comfortable with pain and discomfort, so you don't regret every little thing, because your mentality ultimately decides how you feel about your current situation and condition. And accept it or not, you can choose to think differently about it all. The worst part of being down on your luck or unattractive as a man is that losing becomes a mindset, something you're used to. You get low self-esteem and become unaware of the sexual market value you'd have if you just got into great shape and got some confidence back. This is your entire fault, just as it was my entire fault that I allowed myself to zero out. You've got to be disciplined enough to work out, not for women, but for yourself. Being in shape is just one aspect of your package, but it is the most important in terms of making first impressions and getting what you want, whether in business or dating. People gravitate towards those who are good looking, and the mindset you cultivate by lifting weights is unmatched and irreplaceable. Women will exploit you while you're in your prime and they're on their exit lane from the sexual marketplace. They'll treat you poorly through subtleties so that you don't feel good about yourself because they are in survival mode. They need security and resources. In order to get that from you, they will behave in ways that obfuscate you, becoming aware that you can get younger, hotter, and tighter women now that you're in your prime. This is why women don't tend to shower men in as much affection as men are inclined to shower women with. Keep this in mind as you date women 28 years and older, because they're hitting the wall. During the next 6 years, they will be going through the epiphany stage, which may also include them getting a case of the baby rabies. This is when the average woman gets married and the fool who says "I do" gives up everything for her. In order to get better and improve yourself, you're going to have to isolate yourself from all the things that beta-tized you. All of the scenarios in which I didn't get the outcomes I intended were a result of me lacking the drive or the mindset to manufacture them. I didn't have the innovation, the wherewithal, motivation, or creativity to manifest the outcomes I intended. It's hard to explain, but in my younger years, ages 15 to 23, when I was driven, the motivation was so intense that it could take me anywhere. It made me fearless. It's not that I wasn't afraid. It's that the motivation outweighed everything else, so fear and uncertainty weren't even on the menu of things I could order. I could essentially push my own hot buttons and play games with myself to summon the extra effort that set me apart. However, this type of drive disintegrated, never to return, and left a massive void the more I recognized that which I pursued was not what I originally thought it to be. Pieces of me crumbled into the gaping abyss, tearing through the very fabric of my reality, creating its own vacuum. It took everything I had to just hold on and not get sucked into the nothingness, gnawing at the remains of my broken dreams.